Hey everyone, John here, staff software engineer with over 10 years of experience. I'm the lead maintainer of the open source latterly.io, where you can sign up for free and learn to land your first or next programming role. Today I'm excited to share with you the Prisma 6 release, highlights and lowlights. I'm really excited about this release. There are some powerful features, particularly around joins and type safety. I want to share with you the good, the bad, the ugly. There are some problems with this release and some workarounds for those problems and some conclusions and takeaways. We can see in their title, the thing they're bragging about, number one, better performance, and that's always welcome. So absolutely better performance is welcome. Type safe raw SQL is going to be another major feature of this release. So right up top, they have an upgrade guide. Kudos for generating an upgrade guide. A lot of other libraries just won't even make an upgrade guide. And the good news is it's minimally breaking. So I'll jump ahead to one of Latterly's conclusions. We do plan to upgrade soon. We're able to do that because there's a detailed guide and it's a minimally breaking upgrade. And now we are into the join strategy upgrade. So SQL has joins. Prisma will help you do a SQL join. Now Prisma will give you stronger typing on those SQL joins. But Prisma offers an entirely different kind of join that you cannot get with native SQL. And this is one of the reasons that Prisma is a standout option compared to just writing SQL. With relation load strategy, you can pass join or query, making a huge performance upgrade in some scenarios. This is available since 5.7, so you don't even need to go to 6 to get access to this feature. I'll jump over to ChatGPT and show you how you can get preview access to this feature. You can add relation joins to preview features here. Edge support has been around for a while. It's one of the reasons that I love Prisma. It's worth calling out again. I prefer a deployment pattern using Vercel. And with Vercel, there are serverless edge functions. And so you do need a serverless compliant ORM, and Prisma is a strong option here. Here's another major feature. It's been around for a little while, and that is splitting your Prisma schema into multiple files. I think this is the right feature at the wrong time. I actually included this in the good, bad, and the ugly under the ugly section, and let me explain why. In an AI-driven workflow, splitting your file into multiple files makes it harder for the language model to contextualize your code. So this would have been a nice feature before we entered the current era of AI-driven workflows. But in the current era, particularly as language model context support grows, I see no reason to split your schema file for most use cases. And you can just take the entire Prisma schema and put it into the language model context. And that allows the language model to better understand your data model. And it's actually a better developer experience because I'm copying from one file and pasting right into the language model instead of having to go through potentially many different files to collect the relevant context to make a complicated join or a new service that might touch multiple entities. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the killer feature of the release, in my opinion. This is Drizzle Poison. Drizzle is a competitive ORM which offers a close to SQL developer experience, which is nice for people who are already familiar with SQL and they want to bring that power into their software application. Prisma has a different learning curve, a different syntax, and that has created friction sometimes with relative SQL purists. That gap dissolves with the typed SQL feature release in Prisma 6. I see no reason for you to be using any other JavaScript ORM in 2024 November and beyond with this release. Here you can see the syntax is pretty straightforward. There is a SQL file defined. It's using real SQL, and then it's imported and passed to this $query raw typed, which takes it from there. So by now we've covered all the good stuff in the release notes, but there are some bad things with this release, and naturally the release notes is not addressing them. If you were the publicist at Prisma, you would skip them too, wouldn't you? So one of the bad things is that the unique or null feature, which is a highly requested feature that has been requested for years, still doesn't have native support. This feature acts as a way to say that a field, maybe an email address, is nullable, but if the value is provided, it must be unique, other than the null value, which is allowed to be non-unique. Many people can have a null value in that column. This is a highly demanded feature. It has a lot of practical usage in many code bases, and it's not still implemented. But there may be a workaround using the new raw SQL or application level joins. Issue number 2, because relation load strategy was released as a preview feature as early as Prisma 5.7, Offline large language models have partial training awareness, which is out of date, and they may mislead you compared to the Prisma 6 implementation. Let me show you what ChatGPT thinks about this problem. So I initially prompted ChatGPT using O1 preview, and with O1 preview, it thought that the relation load strategy allows join or select. This is a small nuanced difference, but it is a difference. Select in Prisma 6 is not a valid relation load strategy. It's going to be select or query. I changed from O1 preview to 4.0, and it still got the wrong answer, include or select. Then on a third trial, I adapted my prompt strategy, and I said, search the web for up-to-date information, including Prisma 6. This time, the new GPT-4o web search tool activated, and it loaded up-to-date data, and it gave the correct information. It said that join is the default, and then there is also a query strategy. So for mitigations and conclusions, the mitigation is to leverage a search-aware or online large language model, even if you are turning down a more intelligent model, such as O1. We want to turn down O1 and go for GPT-4o, because it has that online awareness, that search tool usage. Conclusion for Latterly, I will be upgrading soon. In conclusion for you, I highly recommend that for 2025, we stick with Prisma for now and sign up for free at latterly.io. I hope you found this video interesting. See you next time.